Hello. Come in. Come in. Come in. Yes. Come in. Have a seat. This is not Egyptian. This was given to me by someone in a jungle very far away. It's worth quite a lot. It has a bobcat on it. Well, come in, sit down. Make yourself comfortable, shall you? I just wanted to make sure I looked good for the queen later. She's coming into town to pay us measly peasants a visit, at least what she calls us. But little does she know that we soon are going to take over. And little does she know I'm not even from Egypt. I'm just playing a mere disguise. We are going to take over the throne and rule over ancient Egypt. So, again, sit down and let's begin. I'm going to make sure that you look all ready to meet the queen. Yes, we are meeting the queen of Egypt. I decided to get you a little gift, just a little something from my heart to you. This is an incense stick holder. Do you use incense? Well, you should. It protects you from the evil spirits. Use it. I recommend it. This is pure gold. I stole it from the queen's bag of goodies. Oh, she won't even know it's missing. She has like 50 of them. But this has the moon crescent here, the eye of Horus, and many, many stars. There's a myth and a legend that says there shall be 50 stars ruling a country one day. That could be like 5,000 years from now. I don't know, but let's count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This only has 30 stars, but close enough. Here you go. Yes, I'll just lay this next to your chair. Oh, so you hear my little Sphinx kitten walking around. She's thirsty. She's nice. She won't bite unless you bite first. You want to look as pretty as me, huh? Have you seen how our makeup is made? Do you know what goes into making the palette of makeup? Do you even know the years of experience it takes to even apply makeup? Well, you have to know to rule over Egypt with me. For this to work, since Cleopatra married her brother or her cousin, they claim brother, we don't really know. I think technically we would have to be married on document just to get you in the door. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the only way it's gonna work, really. So that's really pretty much one of the best advice I can give you is you have to get married, okay? Even if you hate me, like, you just pretend, okay? Like, we don't have to do nothing crazy. Just pretend, and then we'll get in the throne, okay? Oh, I have my strategy. I have my technique. Oh, I know Miss Cleo more than anyone. Yes. She's entrusted me personally. Little does she know I can't be trusted. Oh, I'll give you a little gossip about her. But, I feel like your lips are pretty dry. I'm just being honest with you. You want to scrub them before we apply the makeup? Okay, because they're a little drier than the desert outside. Yeah. I mean, it looks like you basically rubbed sand over your lips. I'm not sure what that's about, but I'll take good care of you. I promise. I have some honey here. Some natural, pure, raw Egyptian honey from the little hives that I have growing in my garden. The little garden that it is that can grow in the desert. And I have some pure, raw, brown cane sugar. You didn't know we could make brown sugar? Oh, it's the newest thing. It smells just ripe. Smell it. I said smell it. If we are to rule, you have to do precisely as I say. Otherwise, this isn't going to work. So what you do is you simply pour the sugar over the honey and let it just naturally glaze like this, or you could shake it like this. And you want to put a little bit more sugar than necessary because you would want to make sure all the sugar grinds absorb all the honey. So you stir it around, shake it up and down a bit, and then you simply dig in with your finger and mix in the rest until it's a tough, grimy paste, almost like kind of coffee scrub texture. Yeah. So mix it in really good. It has to be very thick for it to scrub off that sand off your lips. And honey is so good for moisturizing the lips. So don't you worry. I have to pamper you before we rule, because ruling is a marathon, not a race. So we're in this for the long run. Ah yes, you hear my parrot. His name is Barafo. Okay. Well, here we go. So it ends up this consistency. And once it gets so solid and stiff like molasses, we rub it in your lips. There you go. And we just rub and scrub. Oh, you want me to do it on myself? Gladly. I already do. Once we rule, we are going to be bathing in goat's milk every morning. It's going to be amazing. Yeah, I think I dropped some. Okay. Shushi Parafo. We have business to take care of. She can be so annoying. Yes, it's also a she. I bet that feels incredible. All right. That will do. Quite a mess I've made. I've ruined my nail cream. Yeah, it comes off easily, you see. I might as well remove it. It's okay. This was worth it to me. What other matters do we have to attend to today? How do you not know? You shall be the first one to know of the matters we have to attend to. Ah, yes, you are supposed to know these things. I cannot just constantly tell you what to do. No. You should be aware of this. All right, I won't keep you guessing. We have to do your makeup. Did I not just say? How hard was that? Well, if you're going to work with me, you have to know my sarcasm. I constantly tease people. So, if you can't handle the cynicism, you can't handle being queen or king, whichever you prefer. Did you know, actually, that we just recently had the first female king? Yes, it's a complicated process. It happens when the third cousin passes away at the same time as the aunt, and the king dies at the same time. You know how death comes in threes? Well, that is the only exception. The queen has to then rule over, because typically the second cousin would rule after the king's passing, because the queen would have to play the queen's role, obviously. And typically we don't have the whole prince hierarchy thing like I did in, where I come from. It's close to England, but it's not quite in England, that's all I'll say. I have to remain anonymous in case, you try to betray me and expose who I am. But, yes. So, let's get back to serious business. Are you ready to get pampered with some of our wonderful, wonderfully crafted makeup? Okay. Oh, this bag. Oh no, she did not make this for me. I don't think Cleopatra knows how to even make breakfast. Yes, you are right. She is not the most best looking creature on the planet. Yes, the first time you see her in person, it may come as a little shock. Yeah. But, people are attracted to others because of power and gold. Nothing else. Yes, I understand she has a little bit of weight to her, but that's the times we live in. If you are rich, you are hefty. That's just a sign of opulence. That's a sign that she's eating pretty well. Yeah, so that's that. As you can tell, I'm skinnier than a pile of twigs, so I definitely don't eat well, as she does. That shows my poverty. All right. Oh, we're all poor, basically. So even if we work elbow to elbow with her, it cannot compare to how much she has. I think she has somewhere around 200 million gold coins alone. Yeah, so. Well, technically it's not hers, but she just rules over it, you see. But she can use it to her disposal. All right, so I'm going to begin by applying just a darkened tint to your lashes. Yes. So, no one is supposed to know about these products. These products were actually delivered to us from the future. Yeah, we kind of work with aliens from time to time. So technically we're all living at the same time. If you are 2,000 years from now, you are technically living at the same time as we are here. There's no difference. And they bring us technology from the future that can help us a little bit, give us a little nudge. So they brought us some goodies, and we're working with them. So just kind of look down. Is this your first time receiving makeup? Oh, perfect. So you don't know anything. That's good. That way you don't judge my ability to apply this product. Look up. There you go. Look down again. Perfect. Alrighty. Yep. You just kind of insert it like that and apply. Look down again. Marvelous. And look up. Good. And look down. Have I ever been in the future? I went to the 1600s once. That was a very smelly era, so I came back. I'm surprised after all those years people still smell bad. You know, it's just what it is. But they did not let me go into beyond that time period. I was not prepared or ready to process or handle, because if I knew too much, they said it would affect the time template, I think. So I'm not allowed to know beyond that. Oh yes, people smell bad. They really do. It's kind of scary, actually. Makes me have less hope, even less hope for our humanity. I mean, with how greedy Miss Cleo is. Oh, she is so greedy. And she's such, what do you call the word? She's such a hoot, but in a negative way. I'm trying not to curse, as that lowers the vibration of a person. This is going to give you that red tint that my lips have. Pucker up. Stay very still, shall you? Stay very still, please. Okay. Wonderful. It is sort of like a sign of royalty to have cherry lips, because cherry does not grow here in Egypt. So I am going to take care of your brow hairs now. Just going to fill them out just a tad, and give that definitive sharp look of V. Just angle it like such to give that dimension that you're so looking for. Sorry, I'm mixing Egyptian accent with my native tongue, so forgive the misunderstanding. Yeah, it's not the first time I've gotten, "Where are you from?" I cannot say. I just come from a land far away. Let's just say I'm here to make sure she doesn't rule, because if she ends up ruling, that will mess the time template. As much as I don't want people to smell in the 1600s, they have to. Okay. So. This is going to create a foundation of makeup directly upon your skin. And this is natural Egyptian ghost milk. So I shall get this, which will give you that paler looking complexion. This is made out of pig intestine. And this shall protect you from the sunlight's rays. Do you do sun gazing? Oh, you should join us. Fancy a sun gaze later, eh? Well, regardless. You don't know how to have fun, do you? It's when you look directly at the sun during the last final 30 minutes of sunset and the beginning 30 minute of sunriseth. And by directing your gaze at the aura of the sun, you shall receive templates in your DNA through your third eye chakra. And this increases intelligence, makes you quicker on your feet, healthier, well balanced, and able to process our current reality on this Mother Gaia Earth. Okay, honey, so this is looking remarkable for you. I shall now give you that Eye of Horus. It shall only go on one eye. A sigil to symbolize you mean business. It has other meanings, but yes, I do apologize. The makeup does smell rotten, but once it fades just a tad in the sunlight, the scent shall dissipate. Okay. So I shall go in with this pink tint, which will enable you to have healthier looking skin, but not so healthy that you end up looking more beautiful than Miss Cleo. How do I open this raggedy thing? For goodness sake. There we go. One thing I love about the smelly future are the brushes. The brushes are quite soft and gentle. You see? Very soft. Softer than the softest sheep. See, pink tint. Just pucker up them cheeks and that jaw. You do have quite a pretty look, so I won't make you too pretty. I actually have to make you a little bit of a fool. You don't know what a fool is, or a joker. That's because you've never been to the 1600s. Well, I have to make you look like a fool. A jester at that. It's basically like what people call cloven, or someone who decorates their face and makes children laugh. And they also make the king laugh. Yeah. It's okay, you don't have to know. That's, I think I already mentioned a little much. I meant a little much. So I'm gonna go in with this brush, just a tad, to make sure your eyebrows are looking simply spectacular and well in place. Right, you ready? It's called a bristle brush and a comb, and just kind of comb out, brush out the densities a bit. Yes, you can feel the brush, just don't tell anyone I use this. If you are to rule, you have to be good at keeping secrets. Loose lips sinks those ships, and that's how we shall sink her. Oh, I may have accidentally implanted a thing or two on her boat. Let's just say something shall soon go kaboom. And before you know it, we shall rule. She was supposed to visit Mark Anthony. Oops. It probably already went kaboom. We just haven't heard back yet because it takes 3 to 5 business days in our time period. I'm so evil. Okay. Well, you have to be to rule in these times. Just gonna I'm just going to brush your little tiny baby hairs there. All right, just making sure they're well kempt. Okay. Oh, I told you we were going to meet Miss Cleo. I lied. If I told you the truth at first, you would run and tell the whole village. No, you have to sit here and... What do you mean? What do you mean she's back in town? She had a bad feeling. Damn. Well, plan B failed miserably. Nonetheless, I shall not sit in pity. I shall find another plot to end her reign. Well, I implore you to help me. This is why you're here. I need your help. Which color would you like on your eyes? You want yellows and pinks? And a little bit of a brown shimmer. Yeah. All right. Yellow like the honeybee's bottom. This does look like the color of their pollen. I probably shouldn't be humming music from my village, but it fills the gap of emptiness and loneliness for being so far away from those I once loved. My whole village was destroyed. People pillaged, looted, and robbed everything we had, and we had to leave. So my form of revenge is to rule and her people directed those people to come take everything we had, and she thought we wouldn't make it alive. She should have used that pretty little brain of hers to think again. All leadership eventually comes to a miserable end. No matter who you are, what you say or do, how much power or gold you have, it all has to come to an end, just like our village did. But I wasn't going to leave it to the Lord to take care of her. No, I had to take it into my own hands. And if you don't do what I say, I will make sure you end up the laughing stock of the village for the rest of your years. I have things on you. You don't have to know what things. I just know a thing or two about a thing or two. So, you make sure you listen to everything I say from here on out. At least for the next 5 years. Do you know what a year even is? Of course not, you uneducated swine. A year is when the sun goes up and down 364 times. So count that. That's 1 year. So 5 of those. There you go. Good job. Good job. You actually are educated. How did you know how to work mathematics. Only Miss Cleo and a few others know. She's very educated in the astrological arts as well as philosophy. I see you are a thief as well. Where do you come from, may I ask? Well, I can ask without having to share about where I come from. What's wrong with that? You have gypsy blood. Well, then I guess so do I. Hello, family. This will make it easier to get along with you, since we both know what it's like to escape from warfare. Oh, it's easy to pass as Egyptian. You just wear this thing on your eye, everyone thinks you're from here. It's not that hard, really. You don't have to have a dark complexion or anything of the sort. Have you seen Miss Cleo? She is pale as a She is pale. She is pasty. You thought you were pasty with this make? No. She is atrociously pale. It's frightening. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to sleep when you see her face. It'll take a couple days to register the ugliness. She will go down in history as one of the most hideous-looking women alive. But of course, that's probably not how they're going to write about her. People will probably admire and have great respect for her. Historians will say that she was a good person because they didn't live during this time to know that she was she was a swine. She was a swine. Yes. You know how bad swine flesh is? Well, swinier than that. And whinier at that. Very whiny. Very, very whiny. It almost makes you want to just make her vanish. Regardless. You see why we want her gone, right? Do you want me to give you exact details about who she is and what she does? Oh. She is very vain. She looks at herself all day through black obsidian. It's a form of reflection so that you can gaze upon yourself. Do you actually know how you look like? Would you like to know? Just be careful not to break my glass. Well, actually you won't, because you look prettier than that right now, but here you go. That is exactly how you look. Yes, you see that? Well, anyway, she is very vain. No, vain? No. How do you know the word vain? You are not a doctor of any sort. What is your occupation on these lands? You make the beer. Good. No, I can't work with a person that constructs the pyramids. I just cannot be seen with one of those. Okay, you make the beer. All right, so yes, you're gonna have to tell Miss Cleo that you work with me, okay? Nothing to do with beer, although she does enjoy a good old beer. Just tell her that you mastered the craft in beer making and that you've decided to ultimately work with me and that I have brought you on to my team, okay? That's how we're going to go about this. Her breath is a little bit pungent as well, so you may want to communicate with her from a distance of 5 meters. Yes, at least 5. Now, I can't tell if it's her breath or her pits, but showering in milk and nothing but milk will make you smell bad eventually. So, there's that. Oh, you would like more gossip. Well, what I will say is, we only have so much time to chit-chat. We do eventually have to get going. I've pampered you enough. I've scrubbed your lips down, given you the best makeup man has created thus far, and you still seek of a pampering. Shameth be upon you. Well, that's all I have for today. I don't know what you expect more of me to do. Would you like me to shower you with more gifts? I shall get you the finest jar of honey. Is that enough for you? Okay. How big? A pint? A quart? A glass? Oh, for heaven's sake. You expect me to walk all that way in this desertous heat? That is but a 15-minute pace. Oh my, you demand of much. Whatever am I to do with this? Do you see the sweat perspirating off of my hands? Fair, but do not request any more. Understood. And do not tell others I time travel, for you shall go with me sometime. But back to the topic. She laughs like a hyena that is dying. When she laughs, do not laugh, for they take offense and insult. In fact, laughing while she laughs is betrayal of trust. Just simply nod and frown slightly. That shows that you are less than her, and she would much appreciate that. No one is to laugh with her. Not a giggle, not even a hiccup. For she won't hesitate to take your head. Okay. Wonderful. Well, with the little time we have left, I suppose I shall go ahead and do my makeup. To ensure I look fabulous, of course. What other reason shall I apply? I need to be as prepared. You shall watch me, yeah? We need to protect our skin from the harsh rays. Do you even know my name? Alas, you shall learn. My name is Tonus Bombonus. Pale enough? Good. Oh, she loves a good eyebrow. She loves when people have linear eyebrows like such. Oh, I made yours just as linear. Marketh those words. Have you ever had henna in your hair? It's the latest fad. It comes from Asia. It was imported thanks to her. That's the only good thing she brought upon these lands was henna, honestly. That would have been the only reason I voted for her, was to bring henna about. But do you honestly believe she rules because of a vote? No. Do you know the whole story of evil and evil's history? Do you even know about the Library of Alexandria? You are uninformed. Again, similar to the swine in my backyard. Uninformed. And by the way, speaking of laughter, you have to perfect your laugh. You cannot laugh like how you normally laugh. You cannot laugh like uneducated swill. You have to laugh with a sense of pride, entitlement, and power. Shall we practice? Yes, rehearse. I would love to hear you laugh. Oh, you want me to tell you a joke? Okay. What do you get when you put 3 Cleopatras together? Nothing. Because she's nothing. That wasn't funny. Oh, okay. Well, neither are you. I should change the joke to 3 Cleopatras to 3 yous, since you think nothing is funny. Oh gosh. Why did I waste my time with a peasant? Do not touch my hand while I am busy applying. You would like to learn? Oh, no, it is already too late. You cannot profess a new career when you now work for me. Well, it doesn't matter if you're now interested in the arts of makeup. You are not allowed to change your craft. You work for me, and you do as I say. I think I'm a little bit too handsome. Well, I have to tone down the look a tad. Yeah, I have to purposely make myself uglier. I know the trick. If I put a little bit too much red, it looks like I just had a little too much wine. I am allowed to have wine before meeting the queen. I don't even love calling her queen because she's not the rightfully ruling queen. Of course, we all know that. Anyone who doesn't know that is a drunkard of wine themselves. Yes, bravo. This shall not work. Let's attempt this. Well, I do have to touch up my look just a tad. Forgive me for my errors and my ways, Lord, but I must do what I must do. You know that you work through me to ensure that Miss Cleo does not have her way. I do not believe you understand the consequence of her ruling for another 15 years. Well, you are not supposed to know, for you are not a time traveler. Do you realize the implications of this, me talking to you? I do not think you know, although you pretend to. Well, you are a good pretender, which is why I like you. Yeah, I'm purposely making my makeup a little bit bad, to put it lightly, so that I may look under her in terms of level and status. Yes. I am thinking of brightening the lids here, just to make me look a tad more ludicrous. There Have it. No, all is not fair in love and war. Do you even know what that means? Good. I was hoping you wouldn't. That would indicate you time traveled as well. That was a test. I am simply filling my eyebrow now. Please leave me be. Leave me be. She loves perfect eyebrows. That's the only thing I have to look pretty for. They won't write that in the historian books. I see a lot of ignorant peasants in the future. The human mind is easily controlled and malleable, unfortunately. And many people in the next few millennia will rule again and again by taking advantage of such. Our brains are like a sponge, although easily foolish, like the jester. And the biggest joke of all is that we are free. We are never going to be free, at least not in the foreseeable time. But you shall educate yourself on that soon enough. If only you read the books in the Library of Alexandria before it burned down. It was but a tragedy. In fact, the fact that that occurred means she won't rule again. She sabotaged it. Oh, she sabotaged her chances. Simply put. I must touch up the border. Add dimension. I don't think it's large enough to be seen, because sometimes if it's not big enough, the guards from far away shoot arrows because they think you're someone else. So this has to be large enough for them to detect that you are of power. No, there are actually no gates at her palace. Did you know that? That was a lie spread amongst the crowds so that people would fear her even more than they already do. I do not fear her. This is why I am able to speak with her. Eye to eye, human to human. Oh yes, she absolutely is human. She smells horrible. I mean, what part of the last half hour did you not understand? Are you here to waste my time further? Or shall we go on our journey to rulership? How do I look? Hideous. I like you already. Wonderful. Well, let's see. Yes. I look like I haven't gotten sun in 5 years. That's good. Okay. I forgot one finishing touch. Do you grow restless watching me do this? Then you are not meant for the trade of makeup, for you have to have such a desire, such an interest for this craft that you never grow tired. Wonderful. Well then, we must be on our way. Oh, this only lasts but 5 hours. We have a 2.5 hour tread to get to her palace. No, we do not live close by. Actually, to be truthful with you, no one knows where she lives. Only but me and a few others. So with certainty we shall move onwards and do all the gossip and chit-chatter about her on the way, but not too much conversing because the tread is such as a camel's tread along the desert. Less talking, more going. We only have so much water we can carry with us, so I ask of you to carry 3 on your back. Yes, 3 large jugs, the equivalent of about 2 stone. And I shall carry one myself, although it is beneath me. We will need the water to wash ourselves before we attend the viewing. Oh, you don't know about the viewing? Well, it is basically a arrangement of sorts, a musical festivity, if you will, whereas we shall enjoy some good wine, beer, grapes, fish, things that you normally would not find in these parts of Egypt. Oh, Alexandria is enormous, don't you know? Well, one final thing I can tell you about the Queen. Truthfully so, because that's who the talk of the town is. There isn't but nothing else to discuss while working, day in and day out. She is the ruler after all, and that's all we should talk about, rightfully so. But I choose not to be ruled by her, and this is why I share with you what I share. If you bring her a gift of perfume, she may or may not fall in love with you. Well, she does enjoy tasting the fruits of both man and lady, but perfume, especially a grape flavor, will entice her enough to want to talk with you or get to know you. And it's something that not many people share or know about her, and this is why it's something very meaningful and special to her. So we shall go to the merchant on the way there, about an hour in to our travels, and stop by the shore. There's a little shore there by an inlet of water. And once you smell the aroma of grass, you know you're near. Just make sure not to fall asleep. The scent is harmful. Nonetheless, we shall stop by at the merchant near there and pick up some grape perfume. And this perfume is something that, ironically enough, she doesn't even know is there. People just give it to her. She has no idea where anything is, where anything... Honestly, she is no different than the uncultured swine. She just has a crown of thorns on her head. Yes, she didn't even know what that was until Mark gave it to her. People tell me I look like Mark Anthony. They really do. They tell me that all the time. But if I were to try to imitate Mark and come into town, I would immediately be killed. Well, there's a risk to everything, and people already know who I am here, so I couldn't get away with it. He has a birthmark on his chin, which I do not. I could apply makeup on it, but people... That's how they test if it's him or not. They wipe the birthmark. So, I would be killed. Fancy some golden jewelry. Well, I will wear this for now since she already knows who I am. You have to have some jewels. No, do not tell her I gave this to you, because this was actually something that people do not do here. They do not gift gold to each other, so just pretend like you've purchased it on your own. Oh, there's multiple of these. Oh, she could tell it's not a fake. It is indeed not a fake. Okay? It has the sunlight of 10 years on it. It is not a fake. Okay, I shall pack my belongings away, and you shall go on your way. Pretend like you do not know who I am, and that you have never met me before. At least to the locals. But to the Queen, you've known me for but 2 years. No more, no less. And if she wonders why I never told her about you, simply tell her that I have kept the secret because she is worth the wait. You tell her those exact words, and again, she may or may not like you. Yes, we are both risking our lives at this manner, but it is worth the risk knowing that she will go down very soon. I do not have high regards for her. We do have to pretend. Let us just hope and pray and hope that we do not get caught on our venture. There's a risk we even get harmed on the way there to begin with. Do you know how many times people have attempted to meet her, only to have met with a miserable fate? Whatever the destiny says in the stars above, that is what shall be. But one thing is for certain. Regardless of the massive, incredible power we may or may not hold someday, I do not wish to end up in a historian's book. Why, you ask? Because of the incredible amount of lies they share. They will skew my name. No, thank you. I do not wish of the sort. And quite frankly, such fame is not something you should wish upon either, unless you are ready for such a fate to be met upon you. Go now, go. Flee. Do not see me again until later tonight when we shall leave. I shall meet you in your tent. No, I shall not knock. I shall simply graze the tent with my knife, and you shall be awake to hear the graze. I cannot draw too much attention, as you live with 2 other fellow men, do you not? They are pyramid workers. You definitely do not want to alarm them, for they shall report you to the pharaohs. Upon the midnight moonlight, I shall arrive. Be ready tonight. Fill your bag with the goodies necessary only, for you shall have 3 jugs to carry on your back. Be well, and please do not act or look any differently than you normally do. Hide that bracelet. Okay. I believe you. I believe you. Yes, I know. You wouldn't tell a soul. I've been observing you for a while. I know you can be trusted. I will see you soon.